welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock, and it's May 21st, 2025. Welcome to the NASDAQ. Well, what can we say? It's been a super choppy many hours. Look at that on the hourly level. That is some crazy chop going on there. Cleaned up a little bit this morning, and no doubt at 10 o'clock will continue to go choppy again. This little reversal here this morning at 6:30. A nice little pop up above the high, come back into it, continue going higher, run for old highs. Change in direction here, trade it below it, trade back into it, continue coming lower. Change in direction, you don't get in on that, so look at the internal range of liquidity. 70% optimum trade entry, premium level again, reverse, and no chance to get in on this unless there was a 15-second reversal. Take out the low, come back into it, 50% CAM2 model, continuation, take out the low, pay yourself, see a reversal, change to trades above, comes back inside it, comes back inside it one more time, takes out the high, pay yourself, trades above it, comes back to it right there, and then continues going higher, looking for this level up here. 1, then 2, or 50% if you're using your take profit model 1. 50%'s hit. I don't know if 62 was hit or not. Nope. So you got 50%, pay yourself. If we get a change back through here and break in structure, take this out, looking for lower lows down here. That's why take profit model 1 would be paying you. So where are we gonna go, you say? Back through this level. This is the downside right now, and then on the 4-hour. Or through this level, we've come back into this level. So I expect to see this roll over now, start digging down into this candle's mean threshold. If that's taken, look for new lows. It's the seasonal tendency for highs to be made the first week of May, and then go lower. Now, to do all that tariff stuff, it looks like we've had a little delay there. We're into the 3rd week here. So, looking for around on these lows. So I've got 3 objectives. You have, well, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then continuation into this thing here if we take out those in that candle. Yes. Its hourly is a lot cleaner for sure. This candle's wick is the bottom of this immediate rebalance here. So looking for this low to get taken out, then use that for support to take out the lows here and head for this next box below us. Well, there's a little tiny imbalance. I didn't see that right there, which is this guy here in a 15-minute. Come back inside that. If we clear out these highs here with a nice body, come back, tap them, look for this level here, and then start to run back up into that range if we go a little higher. So the 1 minute's bouncing off of, we got a nice little reversal here. We got a reversal here. High taken here. Traded back into it there. So there's 3 different entry points here. And then they kind of peter out once you hit the premium array up here. Immediate rebalance. Come back up inside it. Drop lower, 50% of the range. You want to see this little level right there to there. Get tapped and then roll over and come back down again. So I expect to see that run back down into this level here. Change in direction, came back inside it. And we've just rolled over since. Discount array. Traded through it. Didn't take out the lows, or did we? Yes, traded through it right here. On a close, closed out below it. Now we'll see if we get back through that level. We've hit it. And looks like it's coming lower for these lows now. Got all these relative equal lows below you. So looks like more downside for the big markets. Copper slowly creeping up there. We're looking for higher prices in copper. This is good. Keep coming. Real estate, I'd like to see that tapped here and start going higher. Mom and Dad would be happy to see the S&Ps going up. That's good. Making new highs. Canadian economy is obviously thriving still. It's going higher. Trade below, come back inside it. Natural gas, you'd expect to see natural gas roll over here. I'd like to see it get to 344. Get to gold in a second. HNC. CAM Model 1 right here. Consolidation, displacement, all the way up into just shy of the premium level. So I'd like to see that just tap this now and run right back up into that level. You're inside this range, so you got this level first. You get through there, look for that level above there that it never reached for. It just filled in the fair value gap here on the SIBI side. Stayed inside that breaker. And went lower. Let's see if you get above this level here and continue pushing higher for these equal highs. I'm going to go 1 there. Inside that. Put a stop loss there. And we'll go first. Profit up there. That just keeps climbing. It's crazy. Go back. I don't know who it was who's in Zoom, but go back and listen to the conversation I had about the consequent encroachment of this. This rolls over here now and starts to come back into this range. Look for old highs. Fair value gap here, order block. See if we take this out, and then it resumes coming down again. But to keep your eye on that level, because this may be another huge run up higher. If this just becomes the next price leg, we start trading back through that level. I'd like to see that high get taken and then continue pushing higher. DAX came right back to our level. We lined up here yesterday, a couple of days ago, old highs. Come back, tap them, reverse, premium array, discount, premium. We've hit the premium, and now you're waiting for it to break through here to run for these old highs here. Gold, change in direction, traded back into it. Took out an old low, trade back into the CIBI, went lower. I'd like to see this hold now. We've traded above this level here. I like this as a hold and then a continuation on the downside and run for these equal lows. You close below that level right there at 332.99. I'm looking for equal lows here because you're back inside this one as well. Expect to see Bitcoin come lower now. I don't want to see it go through that level here. Looking for it to run down there. Seen that one already. We traded through this on a close. On a close, came back, tapped it. Looking for a run on the lows down here now. This was the objective we'd lined up for a while ago. We've come through it now. We want to see if we can use this level to take out these lows. Disney's still rolling around that 112, 111 level. British pound, we were looking for it to get up here. Just took out this high, but failed to get that high here. These see if this mean threshold, this consequent encroachment of this wick here holds, and we start to go back higher. Yeah, if we can get through that level here, look for 133.34. Take that high out on support, go higher. Which for the divide your wick into quarters there. And change in direction. Continuation on the downside, looking for this level here. We can get through 98.69, we're going lower. There's the confirmation right there. You're going lower inside the range. We're at the mean threshold here now, and I just want to see it start running down into here. That should put more upward pressure on euro currencies and pound, foreign exchange. Do we run for these highs and then go for our upside objective we're still looking for? Let's see if our little yen can get up into here again. Still looking for that upside of 72 for yen. Here we go. Come on. We're still got this price leg. We have not violated it. So we still have that as a potential price leg higher. Yes, is it still coming down? Yep. Let's move this to break even now. Come back, find support at this level here, and look for oil to go a little higher. That's a zero stress trade now. Let's say good morning to everybody this morning. Who's first through the door this morning? Oh, we got nobody chatting yet. I don't see anybody in the window. D, good morning. Jean-Paul, good morning. Lambo and Dubik, good morning. Sandra here, my kiddo renamed my channel. Dubik, where'd that come from? Nan Dubik, what's that supposed to mean? Has it got like some significance to your kid? Abs, good morning. Russell, hello. Is it like a character from a movie or something? Campione, good morning. Ricardo, good morning. Morning, Lucas. Croatian endearment of Nando. Still lost me. I don't know who this Nando character is. The only Fernando I know is the bull from the Disney cartoon. See if that little tiny level right there holds. At 280. I'm with you, Russell. I think it's going that low too. I think it's just going to keep coming lower. Oh, I can hear Abs in my mind saying, "Hey, don't forget to mark out all your openings." Let's put all these in here. We'll name them. Make sure my coffee's way over there. And then I'm looking for put in this midnight open. I'll put us into the midnight open range, and this will give us our Wednesday. We tap that level. Just shy of Russell's 259 he was hoping for. Don't worry, Russell, we're still going to get there. Yeah, Mondays looks like the there's a lot of little data points down there. We'll see if we can get a this little area of interest right here. See, we roll through this. Mean threshold. He's demanding 259. Demand it. So you have to demand that it closes below here now. And then 259 should be more than taken, because I can see 257. So you're 260 all the way down to 250. It's another 10 handles inside that 5 minute down here. That candle's low is 257. So, but this candle's high. But this candle's close is what I'm looking for. It's 260. So 260 all the way to 259, or to 250. See how we're just freezing on the 6 o'clock high candle? and it's right before the 9:30 open. Here's the 9:30. Watch that box right there. Come on. Little area of interest, so let's see if we go through that or just come back, fill it, and leave. Yes, come back down. We'd have to break above here, get above this little imbalance right here. Now, if we start trade there, we traded above that level. Come back into this level. Now I'm looking for, you want to get out of here now. You're too high in the premium portion of this for this to potentially roll over on you. So I want to see this here now. Hold price. Start pushing higher. What were you looking for, Russell? I think Russell was looking for 354, 348, then 375. Well, that's a 4-hour. Yeah, it's got to get above 351, the 354 first. And start looking for another little run up into here, to this blue line. Don't worry if you've missed it. If you've caught it, good for you. This level held price. It did not close below it, which is what we were looking for. It did not close below it. You've ran all the way through the premium array here. You've hit the rejection block. And we've run all the way up into this premium in a larger range here. And we've got one right here. So 341 to 344. Yes, gold has got a nice little change in direction right there. I want to see it get above here. Now you're inside this range and lots of consolidation. So to me, it's got to accelerate through here. If we can just get a close above that level and use this as support to take out that candle, then you've got the premium array above you that run for the equal highs. How's our oil doing? Came back and got me. So we're going to make 20 bucks on that. Premium. Look for continuation and downside here. Then 62.50 and then run for equal lows again. $62.47. See, if you were actually watching this, I would have seen this reverse in here. Continuation on the downside. Traded above, traded back into it, came back into premium, discount, premium. We missed all that. That's the problem when you're not watching it. There's other trades in there you could have been in on. Trades below it right here. You trade back into it right here. Continuation on the downside. Looking for that 47. Might have to stay there today. That chart looks a lot cleaner than this one. So we ran all the way up into that premium box we mentioned over here. And getting a sharp reversal. Back to this mitigation. Tap it, go higher. Gotta get through here. You got equal highs above you. So choppy, hey? It's almost better to pick that inversion, that first presentation, came right back, tapped it. We've hit the bottom of this one from a discount perspective. Immediate rebalance here. This chunk is my next downside goal. Hourly, you're looking for 62.36. Gold closed above that level. Come back, find support at that. I'm going to try too long there. I'm going to try and reach for that one up here. Let's try and go for these equal highs today. Now I just got to be prepared that if this is a bear trap or a bull trap, this will give way and this will go straight through me here. Yeah, you can argue both of those. Crap. This is the discount. We traded all the way back up inside it. Just close slightly above it. This may be just a retracement and finally come higher. We'll see how that goes. I got the upside objective. I do not want to see this level obviously get taken on the downside. We've already traded back into it once, multiple times here. We've hit it again here. And we'll see it just keep shooting up now. Oil's running for our objective down here at 36. That candle's high. 36. So looking for oil to get to 36. And then if Craig's in here, we're looking for a long. I like to see us tap that. So when you're looking at all these levels in here, you want to see this continue going higher. Then look for a reversal here. Look for a reversal at consequent encroachment. Look for a reversal at 75%, and then look for a reversal right here at the full fill. If it starts to work even wick through here, then look for an acceleration through all of this. If we end up getting a cam model 2, like this is a cam model 1 entry we're going up to right now, So we're full fill of that. Cam 2 would be somewhere in here, or back into this fair value gap here. I think that's somewhere in there for a Cam 2. Let's have a look. Yeah. Cam 2 would be here. You could wick into that and then continue going higher. And if it comes through that level, then look for Cam 1, Cam 2, and then a Cam 3 is all the way up inside this leg here, which would put you back inside that BISI for continuation on the downside. So there's your line in the sand. You don't want to see it a body close below that level. Retap. Now you've traded through it. You want to see it retap here all the way up into $62.51. It can bounce off of this level. You do not want to see it get through here if you want to go shorter and come lower. If it starts to close above these two levels, then I'd say you want to see it take that candle out on the upside, get on the other side of the first presentation, and then start running higher. So watch the first one. You swept the lows now. You want to stay you don't want this thing to fill in if you want to keep going bullish, but I think it's coming down there. So watch this level right here. NQ all the way back to our order block perfectly. It's a nice perfect entry, but wanted a lot of chop. Not interested. Go back to this choppy day. As soon as 9:30 to 10 o'clock starts coming, this nice clean, relatively clean stuff starts. You see how it's starting to go into choppy again? Makes a big move, then back to chop. I don't know if you guys want to participate in that, but good morning, Hans. I'd like to see it come lower once more. One more time, 10 o'clock, and then run higher. Yeah, like that's a nice entry point right there. But what a lot of chop. Highs are taken. I love this little displacement candle above. You expect to see that to come back here one time, not two times. So now we've got the premium level taken. We have a displacement like with this one here, you want to see it just come back and tap it, which it just did right there, and start going higher. And I think that more than gives Russell his 354 he was looking for. There you go, Russell. Nice work, man. Good call on that. See that level we talked about right there? Right to it. Right to it. I want to see it take out the lows. Start digging down into here. 36 again. Looking for that 50% area in here. See how we act inside there. 50. That'll cover the 50% of that leg, or 50% of the consolidation, and it will put us into other key areas. We have 3 overlapping arrays or data points there. We'll see how it acts inside that thing there. I'd like to see it just come back into the consequent encroachment of that and then just start leaving. So when you're looking at this low taken with a body and you're looking for a retracement, then you start to say, okay, if that low is taken, I'm looking for the first fair value gap here. And if we trade above it, we're going higher, right? But you have to consider it. Are we just retracing back into that discount area that we broke, the lowest discount area we broke before, and this level right here, this immediate rebalance and this level? So that's what I was looking at over here. You draw that, that lines up with this. So you have to allow it for a body to run up into here. And now we've rolled through it again. Now you want to see it tap this level right here and start coming back lower. I want to see it just boop, start coming down now. So I didn't went, wait a second, are you staring at me? I'm not moving. What are you looking at? Suddenly just stopped. So again, this isn't significant going bullish for me until we get back above that that first presentation. It can do whatever it wants in here. It gets above that, then I start getting curious as to, are we just returning to this level for this little mitigation block here that ran up? I'm looking for a premium. We have to break above the premium level and start running for these highs here. Otherwise, I'm still looking lower. It's got lots to do to get bullish on me again. Well, that's not working. We wanted that to go lower off of here. So now, why is this all ghosty? What happened there? Why is that like ghosty and I can't click on any of that stuff? Anybody give me ideas on that one? Got some suggestions? So right back up into a premium level here. That would be like your ideal line in the sand right there. Perfect entry for a short. And if it closes above it, then close your trade off. But it doesn't look like I can't even respond to that one. I don't know why it's that. Let's close that out. And we want this to be Bitcoin. This one here, I think it is. Yes, there it is. What the hell? That's not even, I'm going to close that one out. We're way above her level here. That's why you got to watch these all the time. There's the giveaway right there. If you're not there to watch it all the time, then yeah. So high was this fair value gap here is traded through. So that's the first indication that, hey, look, it wants to go higher. Gave you one opportunity to get out of your trade there, and I wasn't around to watch it. And then it left. So now you got to look for, do we get up in here and do we see a reversal up here for a run back below these lows? That's why you got to watch it. Otherwise, you got to rely on your long-term stop losses. So there's a potential for a much bigger loss there. But there was the indication that it was changing direction right there. And we were in around to see it. So you got pros and cons to continued analysis, right? Same with this level. If we lose that level, it'll take me right away. And we got caught in the bull trap. You got to get above that level for a close to keep going higher. Otherwise, we're retracing back into this range, 50%. And I don't want to see, there's 50%. I don't want to see it get below here. And we'll wait. Might take a full loss on that one too. It's like 2 mornings in a row here. I'm putting these trades on and they're getting taken out. You guys will go, this guy doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Looking for that level right there. Do, 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 do. Derek, good morning. How's the BMAS this morning? Girls staying in the hive, cool with winds and rain. Same weather here, not sure if it's biased. Now for 4-hour engulfing candle. This is a double lac premium sippy cup this morning. This is a full lock sippy cup, and I gotta push it open with my mouth. Get up. Put it over there. I got nothing in here. I got to rely on all this up in here, and this is just distracting noise. You really want to see it accelerate through here to get to these highs. If this is going to blast all the way up now, I'd like to see it come back and retap this at least once. In at 343 to 349. I'd like to see us at least come back into here before going higher. Because if it does, it could just accelerate quite quickly through here. This has been worked. So you'd want to see it rip right through that, come back, find support at this, and then start pushing for highs. Good morning, Ali. The regular trading hour gap is done. That just shot straight up there and filled it. And now we've got a small little change in direction. See if we get through this candle on a close. Then I'm looking for a retest of this level down here, 344. The 4 a.m. How's my gold? It got me. Dag nabbit. Bull trap crap. Well, so breaker held. Now we'll see if we get a close below here. If this just wicks into here and then goes higher again, that will be annoying because that wick did all the damage. And that goes higher now. I shall curse it. Lows taken. Look for this premium level up here now for Bitcoin. Oil. Low. Low. Traded above it. I want to see us get above here. Use this as support to go higher. Didn't fill it in. You see that? See how the bodies are still back up at the 75% level? No full fill. Let's see if we get above here. Gotta get a body up here. Literally open and closed on the same level. That's your debate, not mine. So sloppy. Did not trade above there. Watch this level down here, Craig. Are we anywhere near that midnight one? Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong chart. So there's a really tight bull trap right there. Hit 62% of that range. So if you were entering in off of here, which there wasn't an entry unless you took that there and said, I don't care about this, my stop loss is there. And 62% on a take profit model 1. You had the rest of it out at 50%. You did not get back through that level. Now you've come back to this level here. So you're inside this imbalance and this high. Structure broken. Come back, find support. Now I want to see it start climbing through this if you want to go higher. Or it needs to get back through this level here on a close. Use it for support to come into this level here. Bitcoin hit that objective. Gold. Too choppy on a 5-minute for me now. Still have not got a body through here, but that wicks did all its damage for me. This is British pound Canadian dollar. Here I am telling it to go higher, and I don't want it to go higher because I'm going to be spending my British Canadian dollars in England. It's going to cost me $1.86, $1.87 for a British pound. That's a lot of money. What happened to the good old days when it was just like $1.50? When we came to Canada, it was $2.50 for a Canadian dollar. Or £2.50. You get a lot of Canadian dollars per pound. So like it cost you $2.50 for 1 British pound. That's when the old sterling was a strong currency back in the 70s. Yeah, this could be a sloppy run for a next price leg higher. I got nothing in here that's worth nattering on about. This was the only decent entry right there with lots of chop. I finally went higher. This was another nice entry. Now we closed above it, came back into it, went higher. Did DAX just dump? I think it's over here, isn't it? No, where's DAX? You said DAX just dumped? Oh, pumped. Yeah, look for these highs here. Rejection block, then the highs. See how that level didn't hold, and we were looking at that, saying it did not close above there. That's your debate, whether or not you buy that or not. We did not get a trade above here. In other words, we didn't close above that and then start using that to go higher. It literally froze right on that level. Reversed, it came back up inside this little imbalance right here. Touch the edge of it. Look for it to take out this low and this low. Body trades below it. You want to see it come back and tap it right there. Keep coming lower. We're looking for this discount box right here now. This could be a monster leg higher here. You'd be looking up in the 21.5 level again. Look for these highs to get taken. You want to see this really accelerate through here now. If it's on the hourly level, there's nothing to play around in here with. You want to see it get above 428 on a close and start driving for this level. But it's got to get, for me, it's got to get above 428. There's a 15-minute right here. So you want to see it get above that at 400. Find some support at that and then start running for these equal highs we got here now, and then those equal highs above you. ES. Look at the difference between ES on the hourly and that mess there. ES. You can get above this level right here on a 15-minute chart. Use this for support. You're already through the premium level already. So you want to see this close in here, come back, find support at this, start pushing higher. Start running for these equal highs above you here. Or at least a retap of 59.47. That's closed above. Come back, tap that. I like that for a long. And I don't want to see. Where's my guy? Put one tick below this guy here. And here, I want to see that go higher. You got equal highs above us. I'm going to try and do a Michael here and go for the relative equal highs. You got a premium box back up here as well. We'll see if it gets back up there. That's where my stop loss is going to be. Oil. Still waiting on it, Craig. I see the wick on the 1 minute chart and NQ. This wick right here. Is this the one you're talking about? Yes, Hans, I see it right there. Pull your fib in that wick. 50%. It's a lot of chop there, man. Equal highs right here, these wicks. If it gets back through this level here, that's a mitigation. This is a breaker. So if we get through the breaker on the other side, then I'm on the wrong side of it again. I don't want to see this get broken to the downside on a close, then this becomes support to come lower for me. And once again, the wicks can do the damage and take me out and still go higher anyway. That's my theory, that's my setup. I'll take it, put one tick below the breaker and see how she runs. Come back, find support at that level. I want to see that real estate go higher now. Gold, oil, right into our box there, Craig. I want to see that keep coming. And here's this is what we were talking about up here. You can see how that level's really held price. And 62% retracement right on the money. Use the wick to predict the target. And how did he use that? We typically look for, did it break 50% of the wick to go higher? And it hasn't broken 50% of the wick. It's just bounced off of it here. Stayed just, the bodies are staying below it. And we're looking for some measure of support there. Again, you'd have to see a market structure break here for this big breaker. It took out the highs there with the next candle. So I'd want to see, is 50% of this breaker holding? And we're stuck between the two. There's 50% right here. So if you go 50 to 50, the half that wick's holding, half this breaker's holding. So for me, it's stuck between those two. One of those has to give way to go higher. This one has to give way. This whole thing has to give way to go lower. And you need to close through here. That's how I'm looking at that. So just watch those two levels and watch to see if they give support to go lower or higher. Oil. You want to see it break this high, come back into that level there. Remember, CAM model 2. So if you see that run above here, To me, that's a go. Isn't the breaker? Which one am I on there, Derek? Which one was I talking about? This one here? This is a breaker to take out those lows. And this, all this is a breaker to take out these highs. Breaker, run. Breaker, run. They're both breakers. That there takes out the lows. These 5 or 4 candles here take out these highs. And you run back to them and then go higher. That's why 50% of those candles together, you're looking at all of those take out the high. So breaker, breaker. And you remember, you can come back to a breaker. You don't have to go through it and then come back into it. That's another way of attacking a breaker. But you can still come back into half of it and keep going higher. So people think that this breaker here is only validated when you trade below it and come back into it. It's not. Check with his videos. I've checked with his videos on that. You go into that ICT index and he'll tell you it's a breaker from this point. As soon as it takes out that high, that validates that as a breaker. And I've always used that as that and that, depending on the direction I'm coming from. Depending on where price is coming from, I'll use this one or this one. If they're overlapping, then obviously use the larger one as support, or use 50% of this one. If you want to use 50% of here, you're already through 50% of that. This one you're not. So I use the larger of the two. You thought this would be just an order block? That's whatever way you look at it. I'm not going to argue with you over it. If that's just an order block to you, that's fine. I've always used it as a breaker and it seems to work for me. So if I'm wrong, show me on the, go on the ICT index and point out the video that talks about that specifically. Is only a breaker when you trade below it and back to it. You'll find a video that will say that, but I'll also show you a video that says that's a breaker the moment it takes that high. That was a great movie. I think we had this discussion before, Derek, about that breaker or that cluster of candles only coming from the top and not trading through it and coming back into it. Where are we with these ones? So now we're above it right here. We've come back, tapped it, looking for it to keep coming higher now. Looking for a body to get above here. We opened on it. I'm going to go long there. Put my stop loss below here. We just opened on that, came down, tapped it. Now, typically I would put a stop loss 1 tick below that low. But because I've been beat up twice today, I'm looking for first objective up here. No body above here though, like this one. We got no body above that level. I'm taking this one and not this one. So we'll see if that we get a trade below that low there. If we do, then we're coming deeper into this range. And usually you want to see a nice big pop through here, come back and use that. So I'm really trying to, I'm just using the example of we opened above that, came back and tapped it. So that's all I'm taking for along there. And you could do the, we already got one on there, so there's 50%. If we come back through this candle, we're coming back into here. We've only hit it once right there. So we still have all of this as a potential retap. And I've got no body above here yet. And we've already hit 50%. So my stop loss is tight in here now. If we close below the mean threshold, it's going to come get me. And I don't want to be around to see it hit me again. Let's look at gold. Look at that little bastard. See how the bodies are still respecting that level? The wicks came back and got me. And now we're climbing back up again. Son of a bitch. Okay. But my entry was way up here, right? So stop loss go way down there. That's just too big a loss for me. Now I could have layered in on the way down, and as soon as the body closes below that, you go, that's the risk you take. But that's a lot more chop, not clean enough. But if that ends up running back up through here now, you'll see that the wicks, once again, we got the direction right. The trade is right, but the wicks got me. I was way too tight on my stop loss again. We're right up in our premium level now. I want to see if we get through this level and continue going higher. Or we come back. I don't know. We'd have to clear out this low here. Reclaim this. Trade back through it. What we got? 7. So this is finding support to come lower. Look at this little area right here. Now we got a body above it. Now, if this rolls over, I gotta go to break even because we've hit this level right here. So that's potentially a sticking point, and we're at 62%. I didn't have 2 on there to take a portion off. And I'm just at 50% there, so let's see if that goes higher. I'm looking at this level here thinking that would be a great place for it to turn around, and it's right at 70% optimum trade entry reversal too. We get back through that level and through that level, then you consider this going higher. Too many overlapping ideas there. Gold. It's already back through this level again. Change in direction, right at mean threshold, or consequent encroachment. I want to see it take out this low here. If you get retracement back into here, look for a run back down into this range. But I want to see this candle right here get closed below, come back inside it, use it for support to come lower. Can't remember all the vocab he uses. I just know what to mark and the order of importance. That's pretty much how I do it. Do not, Peter. You hear me say mean threshold when I mean consequent encroachment. I'll say imbalance, everything, every fair value gap, every inversion, every price imbalance, liquidity void. I just call them all imbalances, but they're they're just key levels that I'm interested in. So I'm terrible for names, so I apologize, Derek. Yeah, I tend to get the names mushed up, but I tend to know what I want to look for. Yeah, anyway. It's a long video of more than 4 hours. He used a Newsweek 830 and added 25% as a target. Oh, that's interesting. If you could find, if you've got the video, Hans, post it on the Telegram channel, and we'll review that one. That sounds interesting. I'm not saying you're wrong. Wondering now, what are the differences between breaker and order block? Then maybe there's aren't any significance. You know what? That's an interesting question, Derek. I look at an order block, and Michael will just sit here and chuckle to himself because maybe I'm not giving us the whole idea. I look at basically an order block is a block of orders, real simply. It's a order block. This is all order blocks. But the order block gets a new name when it becomes significant, as in if we break below it, it becomes a breaker. If it doesn't take out an old low, then it becomes a mitigation block. Otherwise, everything's just basically an order block until such times as it becomes a significant and gets a name change, or it gets promoted to a higher, more important level. Like this is just a basic order block till it becomes a fair value gap. Then it becomes an inversion fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? That's how, as simple as I try to make every one of these things are order blocks, and they get promoted on the level of how they are used to support or resist price. And I know that's probably a really lame way of looking at it, but that's how I look at it. I think you're right. We did discuss it. Yes, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I gave you the reference on the ICT index. I found it on ICT index, and him talking about a level up here and calling it a breaker. I thought, okay, good, I am getting it right. And when it's not, when you can revisit a breaker from below, or you can revisit a breaker from above. Because I think the way he describes it is this here, this price here that wants to hold it, this breaker breaks that price. So we'd run these cluster here, run up and take that out. That's what makes that a breaker, right? And you can come back and revisit it and go higher, or you run through it and reclaim it and go lower. And then you can go back through it again, reclaim it, and then go higher. So those become a breaker for me the moment they take that high. Mentorship, Lecture 7, August 13th, 2024, because all three of these candles are all one order block, meaning that this order block is not just the last down close candle before run up. Yeah, he likes to use all of them. I use the last one. But yes, you do use all of them, but that might put a greater significance on the last one. I don't deny the fact that all of them are important, but I do put a greater significance on the last one. Because he has in the past talked about that. I remember that very specifically. And then he added all three of them together, or all of them together. But he started off with just one and then went into all of them together. And it does have significance. Just backtest it, you'll see. And I'm not saying that we discount all of them. You have to include all of them, but I do look at the last one as a line in the sand area to play off of. Two consecutive down close candles can form a single order block, which is considered a breaker. Yep, this suggests that the breaker isn't just limited to the last candle. True, just one candle can encompass a range of candles that together from necessary pattern. The ICT dictionary, yeah, that's excellent. That's very good. But I think what you got to look for there is not just the candles, but the definition of what the breaker is. You define a breaker by it running out a previous high. So it's the last down close candles or cluster of candles that takes out an old high. So the last cluster of candles that takes out an old high, that's your breaker. That's the same as like this would be the parent breaker of that run that takes out these lows. Because that's they call that like the parent breaker that takes out those lows. These two candles here taking out that lot there, or you could say see, now this is the difference between mitigation and not. Mitigation is it doesn't take out the low, right? So like that would be this candle here that does not take out that low. It bounces off of it and comes back up. That would be a mitigation block. And then this here, last up close candles, because there's a swing here that takes out those lows there. That would be a breaker that would take out these lows. And to me, I just go, that breaker, once we clear the top of it and then use it as support, I want to see that go higher, right? And if we eat through the mean threshold of this candle, or the larger candle that engulfs that one, the mean threshold, you want to see that go higher until you see the reversal, of course. Then This mean threshold got traded through. You want to see it go higher. Hits rejection block. That's why you pay yourself at rejection blocks. Reverse. You're inside this range 50%. It's not even 50%. You're back off this old breaker here now. These 3 candles. But you see how that last up close candle right there? You use all of them, but that last up close candle, look at its mean threshold right there. That's why I like that last one. It's a significant one for me, but you definitely use all of them. But that one is a significant candle. Comes back, takes the high. Anyway, that's how I look at it. I may be wrong, but that's how I'm looking at it for now. So remember, we wanted to see it trade below this level. It did. Now it's come back into that level. I want to see that roll over now and come back lower. So we got your premium box. You wait for a reversal. You see the reversal? We did not get a chance to get in off of here. So I wait for this candle and that low to get taken. It did. So now you're getting a trade back into it, all the way back up into that little imbalance right there and the bottom of the premium, and go lower. If it trades back through that level, you're on the wrong side of it. It's going to take your stop loss. So then get out. So that'll be your fail safe in here. So we'll see if that candle holds price. Its mean threshold should hold price. If it doesn't, it starts to eat through it. It loses its luster for me because that candle is an important candle for me. So see how the mean threshold's right there? That's it. You want to see that stop right here, roll over and start coming back down. Traded through it. Premium level. Did we get out of there? Did I have a run there? I did I not? Right there. And we got out right away. So enter in. You've closed above. Remember that was a little debate whether or not, oh, I like that. Just come back, tap it. Premium level. Premium level. Right off that regular first trading, first hour fair value gap again. Inside that little premium box, like right to the money. Like you can ask for a beautiful exit right there. So box to box inside that range. Very nice. Very, very nice. Run on this liquidity here. My next level is 61.76. 61.76. Gold. Look at that gold. Just came back enough to take me out. Bastado. Look at the chop back and forth between these levels. Look at the amount of premium and discount boxing you see here. Box, 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 box. Look at that. Back and forth between those two levels. Multiple. That's a couple of hundred handles there. Back and forth. You just get going there to there. Trade, reverse, trade, reverse. I'm kidding. You wouldn't trade that. That's a mess. Very quickly, with this 99% wick candles on the 50-minute, I will be having breakfast and going to do more study on bees. This is frustrating price action. That's the best thing. Get humming with the bees, Derek, because this price is crap to be playing in right now. Love the price PDA concept review. I like something you just said about the significance of an order block. If it took out the first low, that is why I come here for quality comments like that. Thanks, Steve. I'm definitely I am not the ICT guru, that's for sure. There's some key things that have stuck inside my little head, and I just want to make sure, are they important data points? And believe me, don't take everything I say as gospel. If you disagree, please, by all means, post it. I don't take it offensively. Pop it in the ICT index. Let me know. Quote me exactly right from the horse's mouth. Or if Michael comes in here and says, Darren, you're full of shit, that's not what I mean. I go, great, then please explain. I'm all for learning something new. I never want to get to the point where I'm so stuck in my rigid thinking that I'm wrong, because if it helps me understand price action better, I'm all for learning something new. So thank you for bringing that up again, Derek. It makes me have to recheck, make sure I'm still on track with what I believe, at least anyway. So I appreciate you, Derek. Thank you. We are just burning time on this consolidation. Didn't you start this lesson anyways? Does anyone here actually trade Bitcoin futures? Yeah, I trade Bitcoin on the weekends. I prefer Bitcoin on the, just something to trade for practice on the weekends. I don't actually trade it live though. So watch this level right here. We've come back into 50% of this range. We've hit the 50%. You trade back through here, looking for this to go higher. This would be the next price leg higher, so look for something like this. 108. That'd put Bitcoin at a new high, wouldn't it? Yeah, well, Bitcoin would be a new high there, 108. Is that right? No, 109 is their high. Wait for it to get through this level on a 1 minute, come back, find support at that, and then look for 108. Minute. Get above that 5 minute level there. Gold. Just hovering there now. DAX. Nice. Ran those highs out, which we're looking for. Nice. Now you want to see this fair value gap form here. Whoever's looking at DAX, I don't know if it's Ali. If you're looking at fair value gap now, I want to see, or this DAX, I want to see this hold price here. Leave that open. Have that fair value gap occur above this level. Then come back, use institutional order flow entry drill. Don't even come back and tap that. And if you do, this is what I want to see. So line the 50% up with this right here. Let me just change this to equilibrium, and you'll see right there. So I could say right there. So this could come down. I expect to see this could come down to here, and I'd be okay with the wick stopping right there on this daily chart. Is this a daily chart? This is a daily chart. If that stops right here today at 100 and then bounces around inside here, and then tomorrow come down and just dip into 50% right there, I'd expect to see that go higher from there and leave that open. How's that? How's that for predicting 2 days into the future? I want to see it stop right there, and then I want to see it come back into here and go higher. But we're not on a daily. We're just on a data delay. We're on a 15-minute chart. I was going to say, the new day started already. There's a 15-minute. Okay, so even better then. So get to see if that theory works better. So it did not close above that. So we go to here, and we say there's 50%. If it just wicks below the 50%, we want to see it touch there. Now, institutional order flow entry drill, tap, go. Don't even touch that. That would be like a just go from here. That's A plus from there leaving. A level is like we're just tapping below there. B is 50%. Tap the wick or tap that high there and go. And you don't want to see it close. So we'll watch that one in a few minutes. See where that goes. Bitcoin. We're above this level now. Got to get above here on a 1 minute. What did we say we were looking for in a 1 minute? Body's back into here. That would be a buy right there. Body's above. Give it a tap. You got to put your stop. See how you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. You got to put your stop loss one tick below the low of them. That's what I would typically do. So that gives you time to run all the way back in here. And I just load up again until I'll just keep adding some in here and look for that objective up top there. At 108. We'll try this one. So we can come all the way back into here. There. Tap this old low. I don't want to see it start digging into this one though. The ideal, that last candle. Tap it, leave. Oops. There's 50% right there. We'll watch where that closes now on the hourly. Is that hourly? Yes. And how much time we got left? We got 15 minutes left. The macro is about to begin. So if that's 50%, we have a little wick down into that little fair value gap we talked about right here. Now I want to see if that holds, and we close above here, and then we just tap and go and use that wick as a low. You look for the lower time frames now to see if this level holds right here. So that would be these imbalances right here. You want to see a body get above here, come back from support, and you want to see it run back up into here, box to box. We're already through this level. We traded up and we're right back inside it multiple times and keep going higher. You want to see this hold. Start running now. That's your cam model too. I primed him for exposition. Boopy doopy doopy doo. Macro time again. Let's go. Start going higher now. Right, choppy spread too high. My head says we use some learning here. Drop an idea and let him go. ICT on 400-point range, 100% TC. Darren, you're the best trader. I don't know about best trader. You see me take a couple of losses this morning, 10. What broker do you use to trade Bitcoin futures? I don't. I just use the trading view. Again, I only use it as a practice. I don't use it for actual live trading. Long crude again. Good for you, Craig. Be careful. You don't want to see it close below here, because we still have relative equal lows below us here, and we still have 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock can take us on a run through here, and then get a pump back up after lunch, after 11. So wait for the next few minutes. See how we're starting to wick through it already? So be careful of that, Craig. Um, out of respect for ICT because he said it would. I love his sense of humor. Derek, you just got the best humor.
You're so funny.
So watch this little level right here. That's your line in the sand right there at 61.97. Oh, my wife's jingling car keys. Somebody's getting a gift or somebody's getting flowers or something's happening. I swear she wakes up and she goes, what nice things can I do for people today? And I always think somebody's waking up and saying, how can they fuck with me in public, in on the roads today? How can they wait for me to get to that stop sign at the end of the road and deliberately turn in front of me, in front of this big long lineup, just to hold me up? There's the difference between the two of us. She's always thinking about nice things to do for people and, oh, whose birthday is it? What special event? Is somebody a little down today? Can I take them some flowers to cheer them up? Can I go have coffee with them? Does somebody need an ear to just to listen? It's like, I got the most amazing girl. And she reminds me when we get down to the end of the street and that stop sign, because traffic goes by all the time. And just when you want to turn to go that way, this guy turns and they just line up just to turn. They're holding you back. And it's like, she goes, look, they didn't wake up in the morning and say, hey, look, how can I screw up there and waiting at a stop sign today? I'm like, yes, they did. Yes, they did. It's really interesting. My shrink said to me yesterday, she says, you know what? As a paramedic, you redline, you're used to redlining and going on a full like aggression, a direct like adrenaline mode. She goes, you can let that go now. You're retired now. Let that go. You gotta let that go. I'm like, wow. I guess we were like, you just keep yourself amped up all the time. Like you wake up full on alarms screaming in the hall. Your heart rate's pounding. You go from 0 to 100. You dive into your gear and you're literally out of the hall in 90 seconds from dead sleep to wide awake, fully heart pounding, adrenaline rushing, trying to get your head all straight around. What kind of call am I dealing with here? What protocol am I going down here? What thoughts go through my head? And then as the older you get into your career, you just go, wow, you wake up and you go, oh, adrenaline rush. You get in the truck and you go, I'm just going to sleep for another couple of minutes. Just wake me up when we get to the call. But yeah, that was an interesting little breakthrough for me yesterday. Just let it go, man. You don't have to be redlining all the time. My body just craves redlining, so you look for all these reasons to keep yourself all fired up. It's like, no, no, you can let it go, man. Look at that son of a bitch has turned on me. It's gonna go higher. It just came down to get me out. Yeah, basticles. Where was I sitting? I was right there. See that we'd be in the red now. Or in the black now. Right there. Right idea. Theory still works. Wicks got me. The Wicks got me. Look at that. Hit the 108. Did I get in on that? I can't remember if I took a trade there. I thought I was taking a trade there. Yes, I did. Ooh, finally one worked. We got in off of that trade there and hit the 108. Nice, perfect entry too. Look at that. Right on the beezer. I hit the level. Lovely. Well, at least we got a couple that worked out. One that worked out that my stop loss, yet again, when you see me take those losses, it's because I'm way hugging my stop loss too tight. All right, there's the new run higher. And see how we went above that level, right? And just tapped on the 108 again and went higher. Okay. What's Derek saying now? Thanks for the tips. I'll give you something for more of the prediction. I think that's just so. Are you? You must be outdoing each other with kindness and gratitude. Awesome. You promised me if I stayed. Gotta run. Okay, Craig, take care, buddy. Did you catch a long there? That's just holding right now. I hope you get something there, Craig. What's did you guys want that to go lower or higher? This has really got to accelerate through here. Now you're through that level at remember we were looking at 429. Oh, sorry, was it 429? No, sorry, I did not mean 429. Which level was I looking at? Right there, that little tiny imbalance right there at 378. 378. So look at 378 right there. That candle's low is 379.75. Go over to here, 379.75. Look at that level. Tell me that's not an important level. And it's the midnight open range. So on a 4-hour or a 1-hour chart, it's an important level right there, that little imbalance, the little BISI right there. And look at how that BISI lines up with this new midnight open range. And that, look at that level, bang, 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 right at 379. How big is that? Now that you traded above it, right in here, we traded above it, bang, look how many times we nailed that coming down and stuck on it before finally breaking the high on a close right there, and you don't get an opportunity to get in. It just leaves on you. So look at this level right here now. You've traded above it, tap, tap. Now I want to see that go higher. Leave that open now. We did not get a fair value gap above it, so you can prepare yourself for a potential run deeper into that range, but we have got a fair value gap. We have tapped that high. You want to see that go higher? I want to see it run for the 500s now. Come on, let's go. I didn't care, but it was so subtle on the 1 minute that I missed it. I expected something to come into the fair value gap in the BISI at 1049, 1049. Oh, into here. You wanted to see just pop into there. Yeah. Schmott move there, Derek. Look at this one right here. Just so you guys can see it, I want to point it out to you right there. Look at this BISI right here. And you got to include the imbalance there too. That little imbalance right there and that one there. When the body trades above it, look at it. That trades just closes above it, comes back, taps it, runs higher, takes out the high with a wick, comes all the way back to it one more time, and then finally leaves. And look, that level we said supporting price. We want to see that go higher. Now I want to see that come up to 500. Start taking out these highs here now. Look for the rejection block first. It's, at 61. Oh, sorry, the rejection block's right there at 65. And you wait and watch. You're watching for a fair value gap to form in here and then for it to get broken. Otherwise, you're still long here, looking for a 500 level. There we have it. Target 25% of 1 minute wick of the 10-minute bar, or the 10 o'clock bar at 21,455 on NQ. So that's what he was talking about. You take this at 10 o'clock and then you add 25% to it. So you do this. And then you add 25% to it. Yeah, 455. You take this here, that's 25, go to 50. Leave it at 50, that's the 25% there. I know I probably did it in a lot different way than most people would have done it, but that's how I look at it. I just line up 50% with the top of that, and then you get your 450 anyway. Or I could have just gone add to the top of that 25%, but I wouldn't have known what 25% was unless I come to 25 and do 50. Anyway, that was my quick logic. Yes, excellent. Now, is that always the 10 o'clock candle, or is it the wick on news events? Like, what is that, Hans? I'd be interested to see his video, actually. That'd be a... That's one of those ones you back test, right? And see how often that is supported. It'd be a great idea if it was constant and it was something that was that happened all the time, like his regular trading hour gap fell to 10:30. Usually you'll see 50 to 100% fill of that regular trading hour gap before 10:30, right? So I'd be interested to see what time he refers this to and what wick. Is it just the 8:30 wick, or is it the 9:30 wick, or is it any big wick, or what? I'm not sure. Cam 1. I don't see a cam a cam 1 in here, but usually you want to see a consolidation, a displacement candle like this, and then a retracement back into this consolidation here. And I haven't seen anything come back into that yet. You might be using this one here as a little pop-up above right here. Usually I want to see a candle like this saying, hey, look, I'm heading higher. I do like, we put a pretend trade in here. We talked about that just as it was happening. We wanted it to go higher, and we're looking for the 500 level. So you'll get at least a 60 handles out of this from this trade I just gave you here to go higher. Now for me, I'd have that stop loss at break even plus the cost of the trade, and I'd be just behind the 4 a.m. open and 8:30. This little tap at 8:30, I want to see that hold now, so I'd be just below here. I don't want to see it come back down to 8:30. And now this candle's been validated as, for me, a propulsion candle, right? And I don't know the difference between vacuum candles, propulsion. I just look at that as, I want to see a candle sit in here now, and I want to see that act as a price to propel price higher. So that would be a propulsion candle for me. and it becomes significant by the high of it. I want to see that high get tapped and leave this open, the last little piece open. So if we just tap the high of it, great. And that doesn't fully fill, there's your institutional order flow entry drill on that little tiny fair value gap there, and just pop up higher. And it can come all the way down to consequent encroachment, which is also the high of that candle there. So I'm looking at this as love. Now I will, as it starts to eat through that starts to lose its love for me. So again, a graded response off this candle and that fair value gap. How it acts in here now, if it's clean, it should just come down, tap the inside of this and start running like that old high there, or consequent encroachment of this, and go. If it holds off before touching that, even stronger. And I want to see it break above this candle's high and use this as another acceleration point. Because that is a potential turning point. And if I take out that candle on the low with that, then this becomes a swing point for me. And we're coming back into this range. See, now we've already filled through it. We're digging into this. Now I'll go from 1, 2, that is the consequent encroachment of the wick. You don't want to see that get taken. If it does, the open, then the mean threshold. Those are all graded responses to how that candle comes back and taps that wick and that open. Because now we want to see if, as you can see, there's 62% where it's 11 o'clock now, right? And there's that BISI. And if we're going to retrace on a 50 to 62% retracement and 11 o'clock, we want to see that close below there and take that out if you want to come lower. If not, those are the levels. So we got consequent encroachment, that's holding. Now let's get above these two candles, add them together now. This would be a little, if we take out that high, what does this become? It gets a new name. We're going to break these guys with these two candles. Breaker takes out the highs right off that consequent encroachment. Beautiful. Body still stayed above this level, and now we're going looking for 500. That's watching it precisely at specific levels, and that's acting the way you want it to act. So no more. So you, again, a graded response all the way down to here. Then we talked about here, here. So that would be like A plus A, B, C. So there's your C level response right there. And we've got grade C, but it's a pass. And we're about to hit the 500. And there you go. 500. Done. Old highs taken. Delish. Now I'm looking for 517 to 513. And you had that right off of here. So there's 60, 70 handles already for you. And I didn't take it. Ha ha. Bumblebees. Hey, Derek, are you still here? Did you leave? I have a bee question for you. Are you still here? Honey on your eggs got out at the 1 hour rejection block. Thanks again, D. You're welcome. 15-minute rejection block, 7:15. Look at the hourly, 11 a.m. hourly inversion fair value. Yep. Look at this little sucker right here. There you go. There's the first one I gave you at 514 to 517. Done. There's 17. Dusted. So you've come all the way back up into that level there. So far you've got, I gave you from the high here, 40. There's 70, almost 80 handles there already. And that would be an out for me. Now I want to see if we can get above that on the close. And then because you're at the mean threshold of this candle here as well, which is a breaker, takes out that low. So that breaker, you've hit the mean threshold. So one candle, we've driven all the way through all three of those levels. Now, if we close on or above that, we're looking for the Asia high. How delicious is that? Oh, you're still here. Bumblebees. Do they have hives? I never check this, but I see these big fat bumblebees and they go around in the trees and I go, do they have hives? Do they have like this big ass hives? Like, where do bumblebees hang out? Or are they like the Brutus of the beehive? Because I've never seen a beehive with a bumblebee in it. Those big fat bumblebees. Where do they, are there hives? Are they houses? Are they living in a nest? Do they chill out on a hammock? Like, what's their story? Carpenter bees are the huge ones. You call them carpenter bees? These things are walking around with some serious chisel and hammer. I'm an Apis mellifera specialist. I'm just a good old honeybee specialist. Yeah, because you see those big giant bumblebees going around with all the nectar. They're gathering nectar on the back of their legs. So I wonder what they do with it. I have to look that up today because I've always been curious as to where they hang out. Where do they go to? Are they a colony as well, or are they just individual? Because they just seem to fly around, not in clusters. Like usually you see a bunch of bumblebees around plants, or just regular honeybees around plants. You don't usually see the big bumblebees in groups. So curious, this bumblebee, what it's up to. That'll be my homework assignment for the day. They live in a hotel. They like to nest in wood, hence the name. Very interesting. Thank you very much. See, I got to learn something today. He has a bunch at his lake house. I believe carpenter bees like in a nest, usually in hardwood structure, but bumblebees don't have hives like honeybees, as I understand it. Now there's bumblebees and honeybees, or carpenter bees. Oh, this whole bees got me curious now. I'm two hands holding my coffee now. I'm almost done. I tell you, I just gave you a perfect little entry there to a perfect little exit there. Well, one handle over what I was looking for. So now if we get a reversal here, you had a nice 70-80 handle run there. Right off that high at 441 to just shy of 80 handles. 78 handles. Watch this level here now. You've run up and taken all this stuff out into that little imbalance right here. That's what we're looking for. Now I want to see if we get through this mean threshold here now. Oh, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Looking for the Asia high. We've already got, we got a bunch of minutes left. Oop, don't put it there, Darren. Folks that are pollinator aficionados will put up some small, round, hollowed out dowels for bees that are more solitary and have individual nests. I do like a nice bumblebee. My ex's dad used to go up and grab bees, like he used to go and just cup them in his hand and then he just released them, and they never stung him. I guess they feel safe. They're in the dark. They're not worried about anything attacking them. They think, oh, it's just gone. I'm just collecting some nectar here, and suddenly it went dark. And then he just lets them go, and they never stung him. I never had the courage to try it, but it always seemed to work for him. So validated, come back, find support at this. You want to see this stay open, or come back into 50% of these 3 candles. So again, graded response, tap, tap, 3, this fair value gap. You want it to form here, which it just did. Now let's go from here, not fill it. Okay, it filled it. Then you got this little imbalance right here. And then I take that last candle, after all of this, you take 50% of it. And that's 50% right there. Last candle, it's high, it's consequent encroachment, and it's open. There's 50, tap, tap. So look for this consequent encroachment right there. There's the open, and then the mean threshold of the last down close candle. Again, it's already losing it. It's well into a D level response now. There's the open. You want to see that go higher now. We've already traded below this level. We've taken out a high. We've got a reverse. If we take out that, then we've got a change in direction, and we've got a market structure shift, very slight on a 1 minute level. Then you want to see if this candle holds. So right now, its open has been hit. I want to see that go higher. If it just comes back up into here, and the body closes and rolls over and comes back down again into this level, then you start to go, it's losing its love for me for sure. It's feeling like it's starting to get weaker. And if it breaks that structure, then I'm looking for another run back into here. Okay, we're back above it again, right there. Holding. Above. Come back inside. All the way down to here. You can go from there to here and hold and go higher. You can pet bumblebees, the fuzzy ones, they don't sting. I think those are the ones that die right away. I guess all bees die right away if they sting you, right? Because they've got little barbed hooks on there. I remember seeing this documentary where people were using bee venom as a form of therapy to manage, I think it was like arthritic pain or fibromyalgia or something like that. It was used to manage pain. So these bees, they just take the bee and they put it on their skin. It would sting them. It's like, what a way to kill a little bee just so you get a bit of venom out of it. I guess you can't milk them. But yeah, to me, it's a waste of bees just to get stung for some venom, which doesn't do the anaphylaxis. I'd hate to go to the farm and go, yeah, I'd like a little bee venom, and then find out you're allergic to it. Yeah, hornets, wasps, the honeybees and regular bees die after they sting you, because the little sac sits there and pulsates and just continues to inject venom. That's why, from a first aid perspective, you use a credit card or a knife to cut the stinger off. Because if you try to pull it out with tweezers, you will invariably squeeze the venom sac and just squirt more into the limb. So we used to just use a credit card or just the edge of a knife and just shave it off. Then treat for anaphylaxis. My wife got stung by yellow jackets. Man, she had these massive blisters. Well, not that big, but probably like that tall blister. And she had like 3 of them all over her leg. And because apparently they hang around a lot of garbage bins and stuff like that, so they carry a lot of germs. And she got stung by a hornet, I guess multiple times, and oh man, her legs just swelled up with these gigantic blister pockets. In her dock, I'm like, if those things don't absorb, I'm gonna pop them. But I'm gonna give it enough time for some skin to grow underneath it. Then I'm gonna pop them. And the doctor her doctor's like, oh, I gotta pop that. So he ends up popping them, which you typically don't do with a blister, but it had been like a week, and these things were obviously the skin had grown up underneath, and it was just a pocket of blister. And he ended up going in and lancing them. It's like, oh, he denied me the pleasure. Only the moody honeybee females sting you. We should all be like, you be careful, Derek. You're dancing with danger there. Actually, honeybees don't die after stinging. Their stinger doesn't have a barb. The honeybees? They don't have a barb? Really? That's a new one? We're back through this level here. So you want to see a body get below here. So we've traded below this level, and now we're trading above that level. Again, you want to see this come back to this candle's open or mean threshold. Tap it and go. Consolidation, displacement, come back, find support. Cam model 1 for continuation. Honeybees sting and die. Queen honeybees sting rarely but do not die. Males are chill and can't sting. Watch the tap and go higher. I can come all the way down into 211, all the way down into 509, 511, 509. That would be a nice little tap and go. I think you got to check your facts on your honeybees again there, Derek. I was thinking, I've been teaching honeybees have that barbed stingers, and apparently on here it says they only have. There may be a different bee to what you're talking about. This honeybees are only hemo Hymenoptera with a strongly barbed sting of what caused the stinger to become lodged in the skin to prevent the yeah. Because I've been teaching first aid for a long time about bees stinging you and taking the barbs out. So I didn't want to. I would have been freaking wrong for a lot of years teaching that. It's probably a different bee we're talking about. Okay, so we found some support off of this one, found support off of this one. We went higher, came back, found support off this one. Now you want to see this keep starting to march up higher here. Look for the rejection block at 539 and then the double highs. No, no, just honeybees and I think bumblebees after stinging. Males don't sting. Honeybee males, bumblebees. That kind. Only the moody beavers and females sting you. Did I read it wrong? Honeybee females sting and die. Queen bees rarely sting. Ah, okay, yeah, you were right. I thought I did read that wrong. My apologies. They chew bones like a drill. So for this trade here, off that high, if you would have taken that trade there and said, I'm going to go to take profit model 3. So I'm just going to trade from to the next BISI. Is that right? That's a model 3. Yes, model 3. Trading to the next BISI that gets violated on the downside. It does not get violated on the downside. Does not get violated on the downside. Right here. That's where I would have been out. But then when you're that close, you want to see this low get taken. So you have to include this whole thing. When you have a candle that, typically if this candle here occupied the low of the SIBI or the BISI, you would incorporate it. So you want to see these lows get taken on the downside for that to continue coming lower, not just a body traded below it here. So you'd have to have some slight modification to your entry to your first BISI broken, unless that's your first break and you say I'm out and I'll take my trade from there, from that open or that entrance there to that exit there. And then if it trades back above that level, you can get back in sync with it again to go higher. So this is where we wanted to see it tap and go, and it has so far. So you can get back in sync with that. Stop loss will be sitting down here again because you don't want to see this immediate rebalance right here turn into a BISI. So we treat that like a BISI for me, and I don't want to see us trade back through that again. We've come back inside this right here. I want to see that accelerate out of here now. Take these highs. You want to see a bold candle start to go climb up through here and not start revisiting this, because all you've got left out of these two is this open and the mean threshold of that candle. So I want to see this get out of here, this retap coming down, not what you want to see. You want to see that and then leave. Okay, that may run right down into here at 512. Watch for 512 to see if it just goes, taps a wick in there and then goes higher. Right there. Not the mean threshold. That's 508. So again, watch how it's acting in here. And you see how it just starts to degrade, loses its love. Like this whole candle here not coming in is not what you want to see. You want to see that tap. Now we're already into the mean threshold and we're already wicking through it already. So wait for a structure break now. And then you want to see it this, hold price now and come lower. If we get a body break below this low. Because this could end up being one of those bear traps, right? So we've traded below here now. We're trading back into that level. So you want to see that level hold if you want to go lower, and you want to see it break back through it again, find support at it, and then go higher. Take these highs out. So just kind of watching how price is acting right now. Bear trap. Support. We've already got a wick through that level already. Again, you want precision, tap and go. And we're sitting in 9 or 11:30 now, so the beginning of your lunch hour. Body still holds. Wicks come back up into the order block. See if that rolls over and comes down now. How did my gold turn out? Watch this. I'm about to get frustrated. Let me see how oil never went any higher. Petered out on here. Traded back through this level on the close. We came back into it and extended the range. Small little exit trade. Hadi would have been all over those kind of trades. He'll take his profit right here and is happy to do so. Then move to break even and see if it continues going lower. But he pays himself at that kind of stuff. Short little quick wins. Body comes all the way back up into here. Does not break this here and does not take out the high. We just get a full refill of this. Breaks back through that level. And we wait for it to take out the low again. Takes out the low, comes back into it. Runs lower. And now we're still sitting inside. Slop. Gold. Look at that son of a... Look at that. Look where it came back and took me out. Right there. Mean threshold. Should have been... should have, could have. That was my rule, and it took me. We'd be into some serious cash right now. Premium level hit right there. Look at that. Perfect. Box. This shit here is what did me in. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm glad it did go to the direction we wanted it to go. It just proves the theory that these inversions hold price, the bodies hold price, wicks do the damage. Stop loss down here. Okay. Stop precipitating on it. Discount box. reversal, back up inside it here. See this hold? You want to see this level here get taken now? I just literally came back inside that fair value gap, filled it, reverse, body trades below it right here, came back up inside it here, ran the low out, watch for this low to get taken. It does right here, and now we're right back into that order block again now. So now you want to see it get this candle and the half its wick, find support, roll over and come down lower. Now where would that be if this was our 50%? We can see this come up to here, tap the bottom of that, and then the next candle come back up, tap the bottom of this, which is 50% of this SIBI right there. %, puts us right in here. So watch that now for here and that little box, little area right in here. This candle's low and that candle's low. Look for those to be tapped. A plus would be a this institutional order flow entry drill, and keep coming lower now. Stop loss would have to be one tick above that high. Damn that gold. Damn you, gold. Found support at this. Start going higher. You're going to see it take out that premium box and then go up for the highs. Oil. Silver. Come on, silver. We wait for silver to take off for a while now. It's finally last few days. It's starting to take a run now. That's good. %, of that whole range puts you at 108.73, so it's right in that level. 50% of this wick or this level here puts you at 108. So we're looking for 50% of the run back, puts you right in that level we're looking for. So we've got 3 different confluences that say that's a nice little level there. Plus you want to have a nice little premium to sell short off of. That's what I'd be looking for here. There you go. There's 108.7. Let's go one short there just because I've been yakking about it. So let's do one there. And put our stop loss right there. Put another one there. At the bottom of that. I guess you could look for that just above there. If that runs through me there again, I'm done for the day. Oil's running for those lows we've been looking for. We trade through this level, look for some support inside this level to come lower. Take out these lows. And then you've got this box down here still. Traded back inside it, extended the range, immediate rebalance, oil bodies above it, look for support here. I want to see a long from there. I'm going to put my stop loss right at the bottom of that this time. And it's coming up for lunch hour, so I want to see if this level here holds. I don't want to see a body get through here now. I want to see that it just start moving. Get a body above here. Give me a little buffering, buffer zone in here. Use this candle as support to start pushing through for these equal highs here. No, I don't want to see that. That candle's got a hold price for me. This imbalance here, or this little bissy, you want to see that institutional order flow entry drill and go higher. I do not want to see that. If that starts to fill, even if I get so much as a wick through that, I'm closing that out. That'll be on the wrong side. I'm out. I don't even want to see the wick get through there. This is what you wanted to see it tap like that. And then when it started to go up, you're like, yeah, good. No, no, no. I don't want to see it come back through the mean threshold. It does. I'm out. Now you got to wait for it to break the market structure for me. And this will probably be one of those ones that I get caught on yet again, but that's all right. After 11:30, it's the time to give it all back. I'm going to spend the afternoon trying to get back my losses like yesterday. It took me all day to get all afternoon to get my losses back from yesterday. We got Bitcoin trades going down too. Oh, you bastard. We're above that level on a close now. So ask yourself, how far into that range do you want to go? You've got all this is a mitigation. It doesn't take out that high. This mitigation does not take out that low. So you've got overlapping mitigation blocks, which are not very strong. This one here is a nice breaker that finally takes out all this. So I want to see that breaker hold price, and I don't want to see price get back up into here. We could retap this level right here at 109.019 all the way up to here at 074. I think that's that classic. If we trade below it and come back inside it, you want to see it tap it and go. If we trade above it, then we're looking for it to go higher. So close above, order block, go higher, trade above this one, come back, find support at it, go higher. So I don't want to see that level there get taken on the upside. Still running for these lows. And look at that. Went higher anyway. Wicks did the damage. Yeah, if you're demanding precision and wicks just come back, do the damage, and then leave anyway, there's the pleasure of your hourly or your lunch hour. Wicks. Wicks are my nemesis today. Right idea. Just wicks, just saying, nope, not going to give it to you. If you want to be too precise, I'll take you out. Platinum's breaking out. I think I watched Platinum for a couple of times, but I never trade that. I don't know what the spread is on Platinum. Platinum seems to be a pretty consistent thing. It tends to oscillate very small ranges. SB, SW, and NGU are platinum miners. Huge upside. Let's have a little peek at that, shall we? What can we use here? What charts can I use? Let's get rid of T-bonds. I'm bored of T-bonds already. Let's go into what's that one? SBSW. Look at the gappy nature of this, eh? That'd be very hard to trade with all the gaps that keep happening in there. And that's an hourly chart. What's a daily chart look like? Wow. Yeah, that's really gappy. I couldn't trade that. I couldn't trade that with a sense of confidence anyway. You can still see the premiums and stuff, but it was yeah, if you're in that alley, good for you. I'm definitely, that definitely wouldn't be something I'd be interested in. AG ANG ANGY. Oops. Is it ANGY? ANGPY. PY. See what I mean? Small ranges. Premium and discount boxes, like boom, boom. Trade back into it. Discount, right to the discount. Trade through the premium. If you get above that candle, look for highs. Look for higher highs. Look for 708. All the way up to 728. If not, if that rolls over, look for that level. You want to see that hold price. If that doesn't, look for a run all the way back down into this discount stuff here. This starts to compress. Interesting. What's my crude oil target? My crude oil target is these lows here. Right down into that little thing right there. So 61.39 is my down close. It's my downside objective in oil. You're already at the rejection block. So if you're coming short on that, pay yourself at the rejection block. and then look for the last little piece here at 650 or 61.52 to 61.39. If you get a break above this structure here, then forget that for now. The rejection block is all you get, and then look for more upside. So we've had multiple times, we've had little bear traps or bull traps that have can catch you off guard. That's why you pay yourself at rejection blocks. You hear me say it again and again. Quick snap down, take you out. So that was a huge bull trap right there. Maxed right out to the premium box. An attempt to get back up here again. Body closed above here like that. And then you get rejection block. No highs, bull trap. Run back up inside this range, 50%. Roll over. Now, same kind of thing here. I want to see a body get above here, and then you got to get a body above that level. So you got this premium box above you is the short-term range run if we take that high. So we've got a trade above here. Before that's taken, you want to see a nice deep run back into here. Find some support off this consolidation and start running for these equal highs. Otherwise, if we take out the low here again at 61.73, look for lower prices. So there's your first tap to go high. Look for this box up here. And think about the time you're sitting in right now. You're in a macro time. So your macro is just starting to spool. Um, 61.51. How you doing, everybody? Hope you have a green day. Thanks, Ali. Watching Google today to trade the NQ. A big divergence with the ES. With that, I'm going to take you to the downstairs theater while I whip up some eggs. Am I on your big TV now, Derek? Am I on your big TV? I've always wanted to be on TV. Well, there's a couple of shows I've been in. Still up inside here. I got a few more minutes. I'm just kind of seeing if see that level right there? Look, we're right in it now. We're not getting a reaction. I'm done. There you go. You get to see me take a few hits today. Holy crap. Now I've got to spend the afternoon getting that back. Look at that. Body traded back up into the consequent encroachment. Went higher. Premium, box, discount, premium. We're through that level. So run back against these highs. See how we've closed above this level right now? And we've closed above that candle. So you want to see support here. And you want to see if this level here gets taken. I have to wait for all of this because there's the premium, another one above you here. Okay, well, with that, how much losses did I take today? Let's have a look at my losses. 21, there's 20, 1, 26, 31, 41. Ooh, it's going to take me a while to get that back. Yesterday, I managed to get all my losses back yesterday. So I'm going to have to spend the afternoon getting these 7 grand back. I'll get it. I'm not worried. I shall get it back. Anyway, I guess that's going to be it for me today. And you got to see some examples of stop loss, overly cautious stop loss. Otherwise, that would have been a huge trade there. And a few of these. There's the premium box. Now let's see if we continue to snap back here and roll through this level. That's like discount box right here, first one. To premium. You could come back into here and then go back up to the mean threshold, then come back down to the discount, the very bottom of it. You could be rolling around in here at lunchtime looking for array to array, and then array to array, and then either go through it or come lower. Like you could be bouncing around using 3 different levels inside here, and these little boxes down here we haven't tapped yet. Yeah, that's going to be it for me. I hope you guys had some fun today. You got to see something. I gave you a couple of nice trades in Q today for a run, but I clearly have showed you some not so good ones either. So yeah, if you're new to our channel, pop in. You know, you'll still see me make mistakes, and I try to explain the logic for each one of the trades I take, and demand a level of precision that sometimes it's a little too precise or a little too tight, but that's okay. Still heads in the direction I was looking for on some of the good ones anyway, the gold and that. So we'll see if tomorrow's any better. We've got the last few days. Where we at? Wednesday. We got 4 more days left of trading, and then you guys are on your own for the summer. And I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Thumbs up if you like it. Hit the thumbs up. If you don't have to hit the thumbs up. That's okay. If you're new, subscribe, notify, hit the bell. You know, all the usual stuff. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.